Hello and welcome to Tinker's Lab, and today I want to talk about my cans. Yes, my binoculars that arrived today. And these happen to be some Nikon Aculons, and these are the 842s, which seems to be the preferred magnification 8 times, 42mm diameter optics. For bird watching, and that's what I want them for. I want them so I can calm about and sing around my neck when I walk the dogs. Oh, cool, look at me, you know what I mean? Just quick, that's what quick I did. Now, I have got other pairs of binoculars. I've got some 10 by 25s, and they're pretty rubbish. I've got some old Clark things, which I might pull apart and see what's inside them. And they're a load of rubbish. They're 10 by 50s. Terrible, terrible things they are. They're all blurry. So I reckon they're all gone hazy inside, I reckon. And then I've got my Zeiss. Now these are actually very nice binoculars. I can't fault them on that, except they have a few flaws in that they're flip heavy. Alright, and these are 12 by 50s, Carl Zeiss Yanas, and they are in nice condition. And I need some new cups because I've got them perished. But one of the problems with it, the biggest problem is the diopter for your right eye is a little bit loose. So you adjust it and you best about with it, and you've got to keep adjusting it back again because it doesn't stay put. So that needs something to hold that into place, really, just so it stays in place. I suppose once you've adjusted it, you could just put a bit of tape on it, but I haven't done that. Now they are nice, but they're heavy, and but they are pretty bright. They are pretty bright, although I'm indoors at the moment, so it's not good for that. We will take them out and make a comparison between the new Aculons and these Carl Zeiss ones in another video. But let's have a bit of an unboxing. It ain't going to be much of an unboxing, I just want to show you what they're like, really. I have already took them out of the box because I wasn't very happy how they came. Now, I don't know if you can see that. It's all this craze on the front. Now, that's signs that the box has been sliding around in a van. Now, normally, this would be in an outer bag or an outer box, but it wasn't. They just literally stuck the Amazon label onto the box directly. Now, these are optical equipment. I would prefer to have a little bit more protection. Also, when you have things like cameras, lenses, binoculars and stuff like that, you often keep the boxes, just in case you want to pass them on or you want to transport them. So you keep the box because they're optical equipment. You do to get them out of collimation, misalignment of the optics. So, you want everything to be in good condition. But this was being battered about. So even on the front where the label is, there's a little, where it's had a perforation there, so it's been banged. So I took pictures of it and I'll send it through to Amazon, who I bought them from. Now, I don't normally buy... I try not to buy from Amazon, because ethically I don't think they're that great. But where I am in France, having that reassurance of a returns policy that actually is pretty darn good. I've got to give them their dues there. I just feel safer. I do feel safer. They're not always the cheapest place. They're not. These are 106 euros on Amazon. So anyway, let's get out of the old box. Oh, and by the way, the box wasn't even sealed. It was literally just as I'm opening them up now. Somebody could have took them out of the flipping box, couldn't they? They could have just done that and took them out of the box, just like that. I could have delivered an empty box. Well, I've got the manual. Like I said, I did check them as soon as I saw they're a bit rough. So it isn't a pure unboxing. But there again, saying that, I don't think there's much of an unboxing anyway, because the box itself isn't sealed, is it? Which I thought was a bit daft. Dangerous, isn't it? You've got the usual things like here, you've got your guarantees. Oh, a certificate. That's the certificate for the Aculons. We have a manual in a variety of different languages, including English. And another one here about... is this usage? Oh, this is a usage manual. Okay, also in English. And then, I think, is that a quick start? Oh, this is instruction manual. Well, as if you need an instruction manual. Binoculars. You stick it against your eyes, don't you? If you know how to use binoculars, like for instance, you focus the left eye first, and then you bring the right eye into focus with the adjustment on the eye piece itself. It just gives you a bit of technical information about them as well on there. So, okay, you got your manuals, which I will keep, obviously. So I've got a strap. I've got a strap which I've got to attach. And then they've got the binoculars. Like I said, I have actually had these out already, because I was a little bit worried when I saw them come like that. I'd say, how do they know they're not going to be a gift? You know, you want a nice, neat, clean box if you're going to give them as a gift instead of a. Okay, pretty good. Right, there's nothing wrong with them. They're fine. I haven't looked through them yet, mind. So you get your lens caps. You've got simple lens caps here that can attach to your strap very easily. You can take them off quite easily as well. So you've got that's for the main objectives, and then you've got your eyepiece objectives here, which can also attach to your strap through this little bit there and that little bit there. Just slide it over the strap itself, which is great. But I think when you've got these extra little bits all flopping about, it really is annoying. Now, what I'm probably going to do is attach the straps. These are rubbery, soft. They're more rubbery. They're soft rubbery plastic, and these are just a soft. Sort of fairly soft rubbery plastic again, really. But I'm going to make a box for it, so I can keep them in a dust-free. I'm a woodworker, you see, so I can easily make it. So I'll make a wooden box, just slide in, bit of padding on the bottom, what have you, for these just to slide into, so they don't rattle about. So it becomes like a bit of a carry case, and that way I can leave the box somewhere where it's easy to get hold of. I can just lift the lid, rip them out. Just in case I don't want to miss something, you see. Maybe one of the French jets come over and I don't want to capture one of those or something. Whereas when you're faffing around with cases and stuff, I don't like cases. They're always a bit, it's different if you can't hang about. But if it's going to be hair, because I've got land hair and that, you see, so I want to be able to just grab them and go. Simple for me. Now, first impressions. They actually look quite nice. Let's get a look at it there. Now, there was a toss-up between these Nikons and a pair of Olympus. Now, the Olympus ones were a little bit cheaper. They were €86 and they were 8x40s. Now, these are the 8x42s and these are the Nikon. Now, from what I could see in the pictures, also, I've never handled this one before. The Nikon just looked nicer finished off. Everything regarding the castings for the, because it's aluminium construction, rubber covering on it, sort of a coating. It's like a giant condom. Yes, my binoculars is wearing a gimp suit. Right, there you go. So it's all rubberised, right? So it's and it feels actually really good. It doesn't feel nasty, really tacky or anything. It feels good. Now the eyepiece. The right eye adjustment, diopter correction. Let's say, for instance, one eye is stronger than the other. You can correct that here. All right. Now you've got screw-out cups as well, which is quite handy, especially if you're a glasses wearer. So that's been handy. Now, are they cupped? No, that's it. No, that is it. Like that. That's just screw-out cups. I suppose you don't need it, do you? So this feels a little bit. I'm not that keen on that. I don't know if you can see it. That's your diopter control there, and it is plastic. And it feels like plastic. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't feel like quality. Like, the ones, like my, Zeiss. Here you got this knurled metal ring, and it is quality. Okay, it's too loose now, but it is actually really good. It feels really nice. So, But these would, if you want to buy a pair of Zeiss binoculars now, you're going to be looking at nearly £1,000 probably or something like that, a hell of a lot of money. Now, these ones are obviously quite old. In very good condition, as you can see, but, they are quite old. Still very good, Now, I'm going to take I was told that these were really bright, all right, and that they had better. The comparison images that I saw online, it wasn't necessarily the brightness that I noticed, it was the level of detail that these had in comparison to the Olympus. When I was looking at the pictures side by side in the on the lit areas, the Olympus seemed to lose a bit. Like, for instance, it couldn't pick up, the actual detail. It was struggling. And it might be down to the coatings of the lenses and the optics and the prisms themselves. These are poro prism binoculars. You've got here, you've got your strap attachment there. Oh, I don't know if the Olympus actually has, maybe someone can tell me if they know, I don't know if it's actually got a tripod mount, whereas these do. I couldn't see it, and somebody said they didn't, so See, basically you can mount a little bracket onto here to mount onto a tripod, or a monopod or something like that, or even one of them walking stick things if you're out and about. That's probably what I'll do. Now, so you've got your focusing, which is actually very nice, very positive. I can say it doesn't, it's not sloppy, but it's easy to move, but it feels positive. That, I really like that. That's really nice. Oh, I'm getting excited now to use them. Right, so lens caps, you've got that there, diopter control, you've got your screw out type eye cups for glass use, and it feels really nice. Quite excited, yeah. So anyway, these are the Nikon Aculon 8x42 binoculars, and these are ideal if you want to do bird watching. I don't recommend the 10x42s. They're a little bit too powerful, and if you want to try and find what you're looking for, these are quick. And you've got more a bit more wide angle as well. They're just so comfortable to use, the 842s. I mean, I've had 842s before, but you know, it was a long time ago. But yeah, I've been wanting a pair for a long time, and the missus said yes. So I took the opportunity and pressed buy. As you do. I've already pressed buy anyway, but there you go. Anyway, so there you go. That is the Nikon 842's Aculon binoculars, ideal for bird watching. And currently they're about €106 on Amazon. And if you want to know where they're made, have a guess. China. Being Nikon, I'd hope to be Japanese, but no, that's China. But there you go. Say la vie, everything's made in China.